We are
What
live
up?
from the lab.
What
Welcome
up? What
back.
it do?
Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm here with a very special guest today, and it took me a while to get this plan. We're all both busy gentlemen.
Yep.
Businessman,
Yep. Talk to him.
men, and we're back on Herbs, Pharaohs, and Friends. You know where my socials are. You know where to find me. Instagram, Hall the Pharaoh. You have my personals out there. We're on wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Music, Google. We're now on YouTube. That's why we're here. And enough about me, man. Our special guest today is none other than Mr. Sang here. Hey, what's good,
Hey, what's
man?
good? What up, man?
Yeah,
What
man.
up?
Glad to have you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Thanks for coming through. Let's get it, man. Thank you.
You
Finally made
know,
it happen.
I'm trying to branch out. Be more business. More about my shit.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
guy has helped me a lot, man. This guy has really helped me a lot. There's a lot that I've learned, a lot of people I've met, a lot of connections just through this genius right here. And we're gonna kind of get into the background, of everything and how we're kind of working through things. We'll go a little bit over some stake of where we're at and simple shit. But so, man, who is Sang, bro? No, I'm just fucking with you. But
Yeah.
no, really. So from as starting where we started with Herbs and Pharaohs and Friends was when I was in the converted back garage of a house
Hell
where I
yeah.
was living with my ex, and
Yeah. Hell
the
yeah.
show idea just kind of came up, So what was your beginning like for yourself, like what made you get where was the bare bones like starting,
Hmm.
what would you say that was for you in terms of
Man,
building?
I'm a first generation here for my family. My parents, their background, they're from Vietnam, and so my parents came from Vietnam to they landed in Canada, and from Canada
Shit.
they landed in Vermont.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
and
okay.
that's how they got to the U.S. And pretty much, I was just funny fact here too. I was born in fucking Vermont. I was born
Really
there. Yeah, my
now?
parents, I guess, as they were coming from Vietnam, they just like they just made it to Vermont, like right to the U.S.
Oh shit.
and they had me right there. And I didn't grow up there or nothing. I know nothing about Vermont,
Yeah.
but it says it on my. I found out by looking at my passport one day,
Oh
my birth
shit.
certificate.
Okay,
I was
okay.
like, Vermont, what the fuck? Like, all I know is like maybe the pancakes are good or something. I don't know shit about Vermont, dog. Like, the only thing I do know is that they had a crazy serial killer, Ted Bundy. I remember I was watching
Infamous.
Netflix, super random, but I remember he's from Burlington, Vermont, or some shit.
Holy
And I was
shit.
like, hey, yo, I was born
You're
there.
like, well, I
But
was
but
born
but
there.
good thing my parents weren't there, man. They're able to avoid all that.
Yeah.
They
Mm-hmm.
got to L.A. and that's where I was raised. I was raised my whole life in L.A. All I know is L.A. I think I was probably in Vermont literally for a couple months, and it was just they're
And then
passing
just
through.
straight
They
to Los
stopped, and they
Angeles.
happened to have me right there, and kept going through. And
Mm-hmm.
California, I was just raised out here my whole life,
Okay.
pretty much,
Okay.
man.
And yeah, I will say on that kind of topic too, like for your beginnings and where you came now, because everybody knows what's going on in LA right now. If you don't know, if you're living under a fucking rock,
Yeah,
and kind of the entire country right now too is a little bit of a fucking shit show,
it's
I
always a
guess.
shit show.
And
It's never have not been a shit show.
How was that like, starting in Los Angeles as technically an immigrant,
It was crazy,
I mean,
bro. Yeah, it was crazy. It's funny. So like, I explained this to all my friends and my homies, man. Like, I was born in West LA, right? And me coming up there, like being raised out there in West LA was more like I was the only Asian kid in the neighborhood,
mm-hmm.
and majority all my friends, it was rather Hispanic or black.
Yeah.
And that's the neighborhood I grew up in, And even all my schools I went to, every single school I went to, it was just like me and a group of like 5 Asian kids.
Yeah.
Kind of looked at each other like, are we supposed to stick together or like what are we doing,
What do we do here?
But luckily, like, everyone accepted me, man. Like, everyone just took me in. Like, my Hispanic homies and my black homies, like, I learned a lot from their culture, growing up, going to their homes, being invited to their dinners and 15 parties and all that shit, man. So I feel like I got that culture from that. But in my household, inside, as soon as you step a foot into the two-room apartment I grew up in, that shit was Vietnam.
Vietnam?
Fucking Vietnam. Straight up inside my household, bro.
Damn.
Like full-on Buddha sanctuary area, like with but my grandparents I never met. Like this little shrine, like all in the one corner, the whole Buddha setup, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so that I grew up with that in the household, and like my mom coming home with chickens, live chickens, live chickens.
Live chickens.
I was a little kid, chopping their heads off. That should freak me the fuck out.
Damn.
But it was always good ass food.
Yeah. Hey,
you know,
you got to put food on the table.
And,
literally.
Yeah, man, my household is straight Vietnam. That's the only time I only used Vietnamese. You know, so when I was a kid, I actually was very fluent in Vietnamese, and hanging out with the homies outside, it kind of just like faded a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, so it was crazy, man. I would say like I was always in the mix in the middle of shit growing up out here. You know, like I was always in the middle of there's a lot of gang culture out here.
Yeah.
And that was happening sadly in schools, man. Especially the times we grew up in, it kind of felt like there was no middle ground. Like like everybody had to be hard. That was just like a thing. Motherfuckers were tripping just by just looking at you wrong or having a name to like our name sound alike. Now we got problems. Like shit like that. It was crazy.
And especially you're not born into this culture, like
you kind of like you have to figure out how to maneuver around it.
You have to learn what's okay.
I was lucky enough that like I was able to like figure out like how to be cool with everyone and maneuver around with it. But it was always very, very tricky, because like say if you hang out with one area too long, you're associated with that shit now. Yeah. I always try to like know not to hang out too long. Like all right, I'm kind of like this is where I'm at distance. Like I'm neutral to everybody. I'm just on my shit. I've always kind of been like that. But that shit sometimes did flip on you. Sometimes some people will be on some shit like yo, you can't be cool with the ops and us at the same time. What the fuck? Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, man. I'm just my whole thing. Luckily, I never got in a gangbang. That was never my thing. Yeah. But I hung out with a bunch of them. From everywhere. And luckily I got more into the art world. I was in the whole graffiti thing. Yeah. So that's all I was about. I was about just fucking shit up, trying to get like hanging off stuff, whatever. Like that's all. I
feel like that's like a West LA culture thing too that people don't really talk about. Yeah. It's like. Certain people were gangbanging. Yeah. Certain people got into drugs or whatever. Yeah, man. And then certain people were doing like graffiti, skating,
these are all the little escapes, man. All the little graph was an escape from the fucking gang shit, man. Really. And then skating too. People went skating or whatever it was, man. It was good that people were able to find a way to get a way around it. Yeah. And some people just like it just no matter what, like you're born in that shit. Yeah. Like your parents are from there. Your whatever. Family, now, it's hard to avoid it when your mom's from there. Like it's just crazy, bro. Like so I was just lucky enough to see like, luckily to see enough like my bigger homies that I had or knew or heard of. Like I seen what they went through. I seen that like it literally went to jail or dead or whatever the case was. So. Yeah. I was able to see that, and I was like, "Oh damn, that ain't for me."
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
Yeah. So I just knew to keep it very neutral, and I feel like I've been moving just fine that way.
Between that line,
yeah. Maybe like it worked out till today.
Yeah, I think like everybody, and LA kind of figures that area, and then go, and then talk about living in that culture. What led you to your first like real job, as we know you as Sang the Barber. If you don't know, Sang is the barber for LA.
That's just crazy,
and
man.
Expanded now, Yeah,
but
he wasn't always Sang, the barber. He had to build this up.
Yeah, so. took a lot of shit to get here, man. To be honest, a lot of shit.
So how did that start out? Because you started off in your first shop. That was the Pico shop, right? Or
so like if you're from the West Side, like West LA, like this is probably one of the top like. I would easily say the top 5 barbershops in West LA that's known for, And Pico Barbershop was definitely one of the main barbershops that me growing up, all the kids and my homies, we all had to go there. And we just knew that all the barbers had it, So like this is one of the shops that we all went to, but then like it's one of them shops that like it got tricky because everybody went there. So it was just like one of them shops like, all right, I'm gonna go get a haircut, but I'm gonna go get a dangerous haircut today. This is like shit.
It's dangerous.
I gotta go on a Monday. All these fools go on a Friday.
Like, all right, maybe not Thursday.
Yeah. And it was funny. Shout out to homie Juan. Juan knew how to maneuver around that shit. Yeah. Because the shop I worked
Juan
at.
knew everybody. Yeah. Juan knows everyone.
Yeah. So even when he went to my shop, he did that. He knew to start showing up on other days. He's like, all right, all these fools show up on this day. It's hot. I'm gonna show up on like. In the earlier of the week, and he avoided everything. He got around, Yeah, shout out Juan, man.
Shout out my boy Juan, man. If you're watching this, that's day one right there. Since
That's
kindergarten.
my guy. You know what's funny?
Dog, man.
Talking about Juan, he's one of my clients that I've seen like grow up.
Yeah.
Like I seen him come from high school to like after high school, got his first job, fucking got a girlfriend, and now I got a legit job. Like, you know, like I seen him. I knew him before he had a beard, and now he got a beard. I watched him grow up. That shit's crazy. Yeah, shout out Juan, man. He's hilarious. Yeah, I feel proud every time I see him. I felt like I was a part of that.
That's good. I like that. Before the beard.
Yeah.
And you know, so what was it like? You know, building yourself and your brand from Pico Barbershop to
I got a crazy intro. Crazy intro like about that shop, man. I mean, that show's all over the news, so everybody knows about it. But this is in 2011, right? This is when I first got my bar license.
Yeah.
And I just also had my kid. I was like 17, 18. So like so much shit was going on, you know? Like I just got kicked out of my crib. I was living in a back house. I was on the bus. Like I just had my kid, and I remember I got my bar license, got a job. I was living in England at the time, and I landed the job at Pico Bar Shop. It was the third location in Venice.
Okay.
And so I was taking a bus to that bitch, bro. From England to there, it was like 2 buses. That should take like a good hour and some change to get there. Yep. So I was doing that. I was doing that, bro. Like, you know, I had to. There was like that shop that made me clock in. Like it was that they're like, we open from this time and close at this time. You know, shit like that. It was really on point. You know. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I remember hopping on those buses to get there. That shit was a bitch, but it made me grind harder, bro. It did. You know, and having experiencing those things like with my kid on the bus, this and that. This is before Uber. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have Uber before. It wasn't an option. It was all bus or taxi. And
you're not gonna take a damn taxi.
Yeah, I never took a taxi ever. So I hopped on the bus, and yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that shit was a mission.
Nice. I like that, and people don't understand too. Like living in the different parts of West LA.
Yeah.
People don't. Like certain individuals that you meet, they're like, "Oh, you don't go to school like 5 minutes from here, or your job's not 10 minutes from here." Oh, motherfucker! I was commuting from, like, the reason I know everybody that I know now is because my mother worked for the city of Santa Monica, so we were lucky to get into public school there through like loopholes and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm commuting 30, 40, even an hour sometimes to Santa Monica from Hawthorne, California.
Yeah.
Right near Prairie's, right down the street. You know, it's the ghetto right down the street.
Yeah.
And we're commuting that time to get there. So then, but when I turn 18 too, I hadn't moved yet. So I'm still with my parents in Hawthorne. So when I have to go to work, I'm still going to work in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Or wherever the fuck it is over there. And I still got to go home. Still got to commute.
Yeah.
So people don't really understand that, you know, that like.
Man, growing up from how we grew up, bro, like, you know, taking the bus that was regular shit. Yeah. That was regular. That's what you would kind of do, you know? Yeah. Now it's kind of like we got Uber. It shit makes
transportation.
It's different.
We're
in the future right now.
Like,
we're in the future right now.
I feel like a lot of the younger adolescent people don't understand the idea of commuting now, or that concept of having to commute. Like, oh man, like a 40-minute drive. Oh. Your car is real nice, but no, you don't understand a 40-hour drive in your parents' car or a bus ride that's an hour and a half across the city to go to work because you got to provide for your family. How was it too, you know, working your ass off at that time, and then because the idea of hustling this day is in this day and age is a lot different than what we originally had. Right. I will say, you know, there's so many accessible ways to make money now. Like even for anybody who wants to do anything, like you could just go do Postmates.
Oh, bro.
You don't need a real job anymore. Like, you can just do so many side things.
I got a homie
OnlyFans, freaking online services, selling yourself. Practically, you can sell yourself on the internet now for nothing.
It's fucking crazy out there.
What was that like for you, you know, working at that very young age, creating a family, and then, you know, having to grind and hustle it out, you know? What's that process in your head?
Man, so like I remember paying from going to barber school, like during that time I had my first job ever. I was working at some yogurt spot in like UCLA area, and it's called Red Mango.
Interesting.
And that's my first job ever, bro. I didn't know shit, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know nothing. Like that's my first job ever. And so that right there, I was getting a check every like 2 weeks, and that shit was paying like I was getting roughly like 400 some change a month. And my school was at the time like was 400 something and some change a month.
Okay.
So I'll go to bar school in the morning, and after I was done, it'll be like 8 a.m. to like 12 or some shit for school, and I'll hop on the fucking bus, go all the way to the UCLA area, clock in around like 5 p.m. or something like that. It'll be like an all day mission. So I was just working for free, going to school, like just eating shit all fucking year.
Yeah.
But luckily, I had my parents at the time, and also my girl, my wife, man, she was working. She was actually the bread getter at the time. She was working at a shoe store and paying for fucking everything. And I was going to school, she was just holding it down, bro, really. Yeah. And then all the other little hustles I could do to get by.
Yeah.
So I was really eating shit that year, man. Until as soon as I got my bar license, got hired at Pico Bar Shop in Venice, and man, I met so many people there, bro. Like that shit was tight.
Yeah, I've been there too. You know,
yeah.
Especially when I was doing my schooling and everything, you know, I didn't think I'd ever even fucking get out of community college. I was stuck. For like, I don't even know, like 5, 6, almost double-digit years.
Yeah.
And that was something I was afraid of. So I had to lock in, you know. I always, and I will never not give credit to my ex at the time, you know, who was my girlfriend at the time. That motivation to just keep going, you know, like you may not have everything right now.
I feel like not having nothing, like going through all this shit right here, bro. Because like I definitely had nothing, bro. Like I started on the bus, I'm telling you. Yeah. Like every time I got something, like it makes you just going through all that. It makes you grateful and ready for everything else that's coming.
Yeah.
Because like if I would have just got this instantly, like in my first year of barbering, if I would have got this, I wouldn't know what to do with it. Yeah. I would have fucked it off, bro. Yeah. We would have been doing some dumb shit up in here, you know. Yeah. But I felt like all the little shit I went through, man, like molded me to who I was, bro. Like I was right time, right place, and that's why I feel like everything makes sense later, you know. Because I've always cut hair, right? Like since I was a fucking kid. Yeah. Because I was like, my parents didn't have money enough to like take me to go get a haircut all the time. So we always had to have pair of clippers at the house. My dad would fuck me up. My brother would fuck me up. We'll cut your hair.
Enough is enough.
Yeah. So eventually, one of my homies in middle school was like, "Yo, go get a lineup. Go do something." I didn't know. I didn't know what that was. I didn't even know what that was, bro. Yeah. And he put me on the Pico Bar Shop, the first location on Pico. That's when I went up in there, and that shit changed my life. Yeah. I got a haircut by Adrian, man. Shout out to Adrian. He was my barber when I was a kid. Okay. I used to go up in there, and he used to hook me up with the taper and all that. I used to wait in there, no problem, all day. Got a haircut, and then that shit changed everything. And then for some reason, like growing up, I always thought barbers were cool as fuck. Like in my head, growing up, like all the barbers were like, they had their shit together, or they're like, you know, at the time they're all like OGs, people who made it out, people who just found a way. That's what it was. Yeah. It wasn't. There's no celebrity barbers, bro. There was no such thing as a celebrity barber. Like you probably heard of like Who's Cutting Up Diddy or some shit. That was probably a bad artist to name. You probably heard about the barber who cut up Nas. that was a bad time. But if I would say 5 years ago, Diddy was cool. So his barber was cool. Yeah. But anyway, that's the only barber we heard of. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah. So there was no celebrity barbers, and all the barbers at the time were like, they were the guys they were like the peacemakers, man. They were like, everybody went to the bar shop to get a haircut in peace, you know? And I felt like everyone just had love and respect for barbers, man. Yeah. Like growing up, that's what it was. Like they like everybody fucked them. So I always looked up to that. I always thought the barber was tight as hell. But I never thought of even becoming a barber just yet. That shit didn't occur to me. So I was always cutting up the homies hair through middle school, through high school, kind of like just fucking around. And the one thing I got was like the lineup down. Yeah. But still, then it never occurred to me. The whole time it's in front of my face. It never occurred to me to become a barber. Never thought like I'm gonna go to barber school. Yeah. None of that shit, bro. That shit all happened literally like the last month. It was so instant how it happened. Like during my last month of my senior year, I had nothing going on, man. I had a kid on the way already. And then I started thinking about money moves. Yeah. I was out here bullshitting, fucking around, hanging on the streets and stuff. Yep. And then as soon as I got the news about my kid coming, that's when like a light switched. And I was like, oh shit, like I gotta make money now. Yeah. I gotta start hanging out. Yeah, it's a good thing I woke up right away. Yeah. Because some people don't know how to walk away from shit. Some people don't wake up. I felt like that was my wake up call. Like having my kid or getting those news was like my blessing. Yeah. And that kept me out of bullshit, bro. Because I was outside hanging out with the wrong people. I couldn't end up in a whole nother route if I didn't have that blessing, you know. So good thing my kid came, and that shit put a pause on everything. I'm like, all right, I got a lot to lose now.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just not about me no more.
Yeah.
Like I have to make it home.
Yeah.
You know, so that was my motivation to like go to barber school and work for fucking free and pay that shit all year. Like I did all that, hopped in that bus, did all that shit, man. And my wife, you know, I'm still with the same my baby mom, my wife. We're the same person. Like we've been together till this day.
Yeah.
You know, so she been my rock, no, hold me down, bro. It's pretty
thing.
tight, bro. It's like super blessed to have that too, man.
Yeah.
So I think that will also kept everything together.
Hell
you know, she was holding it down the times I was slow and couldn't do shit, and then she just watched me climb.
Yep.
And I kept climbing, and now we have something going on together.
Hell yeah. Shouts out to all the ladies holding it down, holding the man down.
Yep. Shout out to my wife.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Shouts out to y'all.
Hell yeah, man.
Shouts out to all the women, especially who we've mentioned already. You know, both situations.
Yeah,
you know,
that show's tight, man.
It's always, you know, if you're a man in that situation, and there's nothing to be dismissive about. It's nothing to feel ashamed of.
Hell no.
Because
what we do. We invest.
As men in this society, you know, we're just expected to hold everything down already. We're expected to have it all figured out. And you know what the reality is, we don't always have it fucking figured out. It's gonna take some time, some hard work,
it takes
some
a team.
sweat, some blood, and
it takes
tears.
a village. It takes a team, man.
And
like
it makes it even better if you have that partner by your side, whoever it may be, best friend, girlfriend, wife, you know, whoever that person is. So I just wanted to give credit to that, especially.
Hell yeah.
Shouts out to everybody holding it down. Ex-girlfriend holding it down.
Yeah, good thing she understood, man.
We appreciate all
like
y'all.
I have a very like I got a beautiful wife, obviously, man. But like, you know, she held me down, bro.
Yep.
Held me down, bro. Like she didn't have to do any of that shit.
Nope, they don't. They're not even family. That's the crazy part. They're not really your family at that time.
Yeah.
But they're willing to go far, you know, for
them little things,
for your vision. If you present a vision, and then you're like, well, you know, I'm thinking about this.
Bro, them little things is what I think that's what made it work for me. Like I just know that's a solid. It's so rare to run to anyone solid, right? Yeah. You can't just trust anybody. Like I think the older we get, the harder it is because you just go through more shit, right?
Yeah.
So it's so rare to find anybody, man, anyone in general, like a new homie or whatever the fuck, like just you can trust somebody, right?
Yeah.
And I trust my wife with fucking everything, you know. So that's what makes it work.
Yeah.
That's what makes it work. And going through these little things when I was down, like going through all that, it made me realize like, oh yeah, this is it.
That's a real
like
one.
Who the fuck's gonna do this for me?
That's a real one.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people will, you know.
Nah, hell no, man. She
no,
bailed me out like. She bailed me out. She could have left my ass in there. I got caught on a Friday one time.
Yeah.
And they would have held me until like Monday. She got me out the next day. I sat there like, fuck, I'm in here. She bailed me out, you know. So that even little shit like that to this day, I remember all the little things. Like, hey, I remember this shit, you know. So stuff like that, man.
Things you don't want to take for granted.
Yeah. So,
I definitely regret that too. Like I took a lot of things for granted.
Yeah.
And I was with my ex, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, I think for me it was just, you know, just being stupid, caught up in so much stupid shit.
We grow, man.
Distracted.
And that's another thing. We grow. Like, you know, I'm not the same saying 5 years. I'm 32 now. I'm not the same saying at 25, and I wasn't the same saying at 20.
Yep.
I feel like as we grow, we learn new shit from each other. For anyone, all your homies, like sometimes old friends can't. Not everybody can't go.
Hell no.
You know what I mean?
Everybody ain't getting on the train.
Some people don't understand. Some people stay at the same bullshit you're doing at 20. And you just how you gonna grow? You know what I mean? So I kept on somehow, like, to anyone that stuck around at this point, it's because like I felt like actual support, or I felt the actual love, like just by actions, you know, and shit that we do and say. Like, I pay attention to all these little things, you know. So that's the people who you keep close to you, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know. So I feel like I'm doing. I feel like as soon as I started narrowing that down, like that's when you start kicking ass in life.
Yeah.
Because everyone around you is a fucking winner.
Yeah.
You can only win.
Yeah.
You know,
place yourself around successful people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Or at least on the same mindset, somewhat. Like I'm not asking you to hang out with a bunch of Gary V's. Like I'm not trying to say that. Like you don't need that. You don't need that.
I don't
bro.
think we can afford that.
You know, yeah. I'm not telling you to be a part of Shark Tank. You know, like. I'm just saying, just have some real people on your side, man. Yeah. And you know, at the end of the day, you know who wants you to win. That's the people I keep close to me. Anyone who wants me to win, like I know you legitimately want me to win, without you having to say it. Yeah. I can just tell that you fuck with me that tough. The way you shake my hand, the little shit, like you brought me some orange juice one time. Yeah. Like Zuwop, shout out Zuwop. Brought oranges to a basketball game one time. I'll never forget that shit. I know that man loves us. For you to sit down, peel oranges, and do all that and show
I
up.
remember that.
You
my
us,
God.
So I fuck with people like that.
Yo.
You know, that's actions, bro. That's actions. We're not. That has nothing to do with business.
Yeah.
That's just the cool shit, bro. That's people you keep tight to you.
Yeah.
You know, and so I get back too. Like people like this, like I try to like if I'm climbing, I mean I do this naturally. You know, I do it like I try to do it organic as possibly, and people around me try to do that too, man. People throw me lobs all the time, like when you don't have to, right? Like luckily it's tight to have people like that, man. Like I feel like when you're a cool, like genuine person, man, like that's what happens. People automatically like throw work towards you. Yeah. Organically, bro.
Opportunities.
Like anytime the word barber is brought up between any of my homies, bro, like they bring me up right away.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Alchemist, Larry, all these guys, the word barber is brought up. I meet new artists because of them, because of this shit.
Yeah.
Or I meet just some new producers or somebody.
Yeah.
It's cool, bro. You know, it's cool. Like this shit just be happening, you know?
Yeah. That is definitely.
Yeah. So and I try to do the same, man. If I know that I can put a play together where we can like all make money on it, that's what I do all day, man. Mm-hmm. I know the bigger all my circle can get, the bigger I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
Like you're the weirdest motherfucker ever if you're like up and you don't want to see your people up.
Yeah.
Like you're the weirdest motherfucker ever, and I met those kind of people. I'm just like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, what the fuck? Like that's not how this works, bro.
Like, you don't want us all to win.
Yeah. Like you feel some kind of way because like I'm catching up to you or something, or you feel some kind of way because I'm up now.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Like why were you so nice to me and cool with me when I was down? But like shit got weird when like when I'm just doing a little better for myself now. Like you feel some kind of way because I'm just getting a little healthier. That's weird, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I picked that up with a few people, man. It's so weird. I was so blind to it too. But I feel like the older I'm getting, the more I like you gain. You know what's funny? I have a whole theory that the older you get like some goggles, right? I got some goggles. I can see some bullshit from a mile away. Like I've been through so much shit. I know you're on some bullshit from a mile away. As soon as you walk in, I'm like, nah.
As soon as you walk in, it's crazy.
Yeah,
like,
I have goggles for shit. I know what you on already.
Like...
I already know what you on, bro. Like I've been to too much shit, bro. They're all the same, bro. All the same. All the same. Snakes are all the same, just different colors, patterns, all the same. You know?
And you know, so as you see where we're sitting at and where we're occupying, this is known as the L.A.B. I don't know if you can see it up there.
Sir.
You know, and so what we can do is, first of all, like the L.A.B. isn't just saying. It's like a whole entity, you know. It's like a whole group of
it's
people.
His own person.
You know, you gotta stand for some shit. You know?
Yeah,
like,
the L.A.B. to me is like his own person. It's his own person.
This is just like
it's someone
an ambiguous, ever-changing type of thing. You know, it's always evolving.
Yeah,
I think that's what's really cool about the L.A.B. You know, it's not just a barber shop. You know, it's like a hub. It's like a central hub.
Yeah,
like people could come here for like all different kinds of shit. You know, whatever they need. Whether it be business, haircuts, you know.
It's our living room right now. We're
watching,
I mean,
literally, we're watching. You can't see it, but we're watching
some
Game
pizza.
7. You know,
got some pizza Nista coming. That's fire.
We've got a lot going on.
Pizza Nista, top 5.
So,
pizza.
While this is the L.A.B., you know, how did that kind of come from the Pico Barbershop? You know, how did that work out? Transitioning from there or whatever other shop you were at to now, you know.
I've only been to I skipped down at I got my bar license in 2011, got hired in Venice, in Pico Barbershop, the 3rd location on Lincoln. And then from there, I moved to only like 3 different shops max, I think. Yeah, because I stayed at each one pretty long, you know. That first Pico Barbershop in Venice, I was there for like almost 5 years. Okay. You know, good. And I met hella people there, bro. I think that's where I met all my, that shop molded me, man. Like, that's where I met, you know, RP Sponto. That's where I met Sponto at. I met one of my favorite artists there, Evidence. Yep. He just rolled in on a bike one day.
That's crazy.
And I was just, you know, that shit blew my fucking mind. At the time, I was young. I was a young kid. I was into grab shit and hip hop. And to see like this guy just walking on a bike out there, it shit tripped me the fuck out. I remember that was the only time I ever got starstruck. Yeah. I met so many people, never been starstruck like that. Yeah. Yeah. So shout out Evidence, man. Like... I'm glad to call him my brother and my homie right now. Like, that's the man. You know, look up to the guy. I met so many people there, bro. So I met guys like that. Fonso, fucking. I met clothing brands, and I met so many people there, dog. It was tight as hell. And so what happened to that shop in Venice was like I was there for 5 years, and then the whole block got bought out. Someone came through in Venice, bought the whole block out, and kicked us out.
Damn.
So Pico Barbershop, that Pico Barbershop moves to another location. It moved towards like more like West LA.
Okay.
So it's like on Pico and Westwood almost. That's the main streets.
Mm-hmm.
There's another street over. I don't know what it's called, but it moved right there. And they were there. I was maybe there for almost a year.
Okay.
You know, and then it was just time for me to grow.
Yeah.
I left at good terms everywhere I went.
Yeah.
It was never a fucking thing. Everywhere I went, the owner or the manager, we always left cool as fuck. Like, no problem. They got love for me to this day, I'm sure. So I left Pico Barbershop to a skate shop, which was called Hot Rod. Okay. Hot Rod was like a skate shop on Westwood. And, you know, shout out to Bernard, you know. He's hilarious, bro. That's my guy right there. He pretty much had they're known for having vans, like all the exclusive vans, and people went there to get boards and shit, you know. And they had their own little clothing brand too. And so they made a section for me up in there. Like they like moved shit around and like put 2 chairs there, you know. So they made a whole section for me. So it was like bar shop, shoe store, clothing, all that shit going on. It was tight. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's ahead of its time.
It was super dope, bro.
It's ahead of its time.
It was super cool.
What year was this?
This was like, it happened around like 2014.
Holy shit.
So I was there for like almost 3 years, I think.
A skate barber shop, and that's a little bit ahead of its time.
It was tight as fuck, bro. It was super tight. Like, had a lot of events there. It was fun, bro. It was so much fun. Like, they had beer on the tap. We used to give out beer to people. Like,
and drinking?
It was everything. It got crazy, bro.
We're not questioning legality.
Bro, and there's a fucking bar across the street from us. Like, we knew the owners. We knew everybody on the block. You know, so much love there. It was tight.
Everything working.
Yeah, I was back home. That's like my backyard. Because I grew up in West LA, you know? Nice. So we're on Westwood, you know? A nicer area right there. But that's like my backyard. I felt like I was at home right there. It was tight as fuck. I was there for a few years. And then again, like, it was just time for me to grow. Yeah. It was just time for me to grow. So, and again to this too, this is a part of maturing. I could easily stay at Hot Rod, have fun. Like, this is the thing. I left. The only reason why I left was because it was too much fun.
Yeah.
Too much fun.
You felt like
it was just too easy.
Too comfortable?
It was just too easy, too comfortable. It was great, bro. It was like a family, you know. Like, we're just fucking hitting the bar every night. Like, it was just too much fun, you know. So I didn't know how I had too much discipline. So what I did was literally just like, I just fucking woke up one day and was like, I need to go handle some business. I need to go fucking, I need some kind of discipline. And that's when I found this building right here. You know, I did a house call here. Long story short, I did a house call in this building. That's where I found this building in like 2017, 2018. It was probably 2018. I did a house call in this building, and then like when I did that house call for that, you know, it was like an office, and pretty much that person was in the middle of like, they had a all-year lease, and that person was in the middle of leaving. He's like, hey, I'm gonna take off. This is an empty ass room. I'm not doing nothing with this for the next 8 months. Like, yo, if you want to like run your program and do your own thing, you could. So I was like, what?
You're like, oh shit.
Like what? Like, I didn't have to pay rent or nothing, bro. Like,
it's like a free trial run.
Yeah, it's ran it.
Holy
it was
shit.
tight. So that's what made me took that jump. Like, I came from West LA, and then like, you know, people thought I was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, yo, like, I don't think all your people gonna follow you. Like, you know, I had a lot of clients. I was cracking out there. I'm cracking out in West LA. You know, from out there, the beach.
Everybody knows. People, but that's the thing for context. If you mention this man's name out in West LA for anything near the Pico Barbershop or the area, we'll get into the details later. It rings bells. The bell rings. It's.
I tell people I'm the mayor. I'm the mayor out there. I'm the West LA mayor, bro. I can walk around. I literally go like this to people, like, yo, hey, good job, you're doing good. Yeah. I swear, I do that shit. I walk everywhere like that, bro. I walk around like, I ain't gonna lie. I hate that it's like that, but it is what it is. Like, I walk out there like I own the motherfucker, man. It's tight. It's just tight to have that much love.
I mean, when you got the
that much love out there.
Rep,
that's why I got that much love out there. Like, I literally walk into random restaurants, and motherfuckers like, here's a free shot, here's some food, like all kinds of shit, you know. So it was just a lot of love back home. So West LA always has a heart right here, man. You know,
people don't get that too. It's when you're a very sociable person or a successful person, and you know a lot of people, or you have a good social circle. People who see that from the outside, they don't really understand it. But like, unless you're with them long term, like, so whenever I would go places, clear example, right? When I was with my ex a long time ago, I'd always go places, and she's from different part of LA, East LA. Yeah. But I was in West LA my whole life before I moved to East LA. So so many fucking people all kinds of people from all different kinds of areas, businesses, you name it. And I always go, and to me, it's just normal. You're like, if I walk up and I'm at freaking Pinkberry in freaking Beverly Hills, or if somebody comes up and they be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
I'll just be like, "Hey, what's up, bro?"
What's they smarter than we think?
Yeah, you know,
like,
but she'd be like, "How do you know this person?"
Yeah.
Who is that person? I'm like, "Oh, this is such and such."
Bro, my girl was so
6
annoyed.
years ago.
My wife is so annoyed. We walk the place and she's like, "Fuck this shit again." We go anywhere. We can go to Six Flags. We can go anywhere, bro. Anywhere random as fuck. It'll be like someone from back home. But that's just cool.
Exactly.
It's always love.
In your head, you're like, yeah.
I feel like I mean, J. Cole's a whole other person, right? But I'm literally like J. Cole on a bicycle. I can ride around my neighborhood, no problem. You know what I mean? Like, I don't gotta worry about shit. At least I hope I don't.
The term is good in every hood. As Youngin saying.
Yeah, I'm glad that I'm glad that I'm not living like that. You know, I'm glad I'm not living like paranoid or living on my shoulder. Like, you know, like that comes with doing good business and putting out good energy out there, doing the right thing. You know, so I've always stuck to that.
Yeah.
You know, because I grew up as an angry kid, man. Ain't gonna lie, like I was a huge piece of shit.
Yeah.
Middle school, high school kid, put my parents through hell, hung out with the wrong people, and just doing a bunch of shitty shit, man. Like, you know, I used to, you know, for example, like this is a perfect example. I used to flick off cops, talk shit to them, all kinds of shit, right? When I was a kid, right? And they used to hold me up for 2 hours. I used to look at them and be like, "You got nothing better to do, huh?" Of course they don't. They got all day to hang out with you and fuck with you, you know?
No, they don't.
So I didn't realize that, and I tell you, until I got to like 18 years old, when I got matured a little bit, like went to Barber school and had to change how I talk and all that, like matured, not change how I talk, but like you know, speak like a fucking adult.
Yeah.
You know?
Start to act your age.
Exactly. So I felt like I switched up my whole shit, bro, like a switch. I'm telling you, like I started being super nice to people. I started like just doing the fucking right thing, doing good business. Like there's all the shit that I'm saying, like. Do what you say you're gonna do. All these little things, you know. And I feel like everything that came with that was like all this peace that I'm receiving now. Yeah. You know, it comes with peace, man. Like I got people who's trying to do shit for me, and I'm like, yo, I don't need that.
Yeah, dude.
Like, yo, I know you got me.
We're good.
Yeah, I know you got me. It's good. I'm glad that you do that for me, but I don't need that. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, it feels good to walk around in peace, man. You know what I mean? So that's tight. Cause I was living like paranoid and anger when I was a kid. Went through so much trauma that like now is like the opposite, man. And I realized like every time I did the right thing, that's the reason why I have the social bubble that I have now. Yeah. Like the fact that it's the way I move, you know. And my whole thing is like I want everybody to speak good on me, man. Yeah. Everywhere I go, you know.
I mean, yeah, it's different, you know, because I honestly I could say I did almost damn near the exact thing. You know, when we were young, you know, I was definitely a different person. People saw me in a different way.
That was our era.
Yeah, you know, I think it was we felt like we had something to prove. You know,
like, that's what it was. Or like there's no bro. This is before the Kanye influence and before the Kid Cudis. We had straight up DMX and Dipset and 50 Cent. It was everybody was hard, bro. That's just what it was. You know,
wanted the culture and the people, the individuals that people looked up to at our level were very outspoken. You know, it wasn't super relatable. It was like you had to jump a gap. Yeah, you know, you kind of had to change something about yourself, but you don't want to do that, you know, because then when you get older as an adult, you look at yourself and you look back at all that shit that you did, and you're like, why did I do all that? You know, why was I acting like this?
Well,
people, you know?
So getting back to the cop shit. So I'm telling you, I used to fucking, for example, I used to flick them off and do all kinds of shit, right? And they'll hold me up for 2 hours long, fucking me all day long, right? All right, dog, I swear to you, like anytime I get bored now, like I know exactly what the fuck to do. I do the job for them. I pull all my windows down, put my keys up here, turn off my fucking car, and I got my hands in the hood like this, and I hit them with the like, "What's up, sir?" Like, or "How's it going, sir? How's your day going?" Like, I talk to them. I'm nice, bro, super nice, and I'm gone in 5 minutes. Exactly. They'll just look at me like straight up, like, "You got a gun?" I'm like, nope. Nah.
Nope. I know this car is nice, sir, but it's not stolen.
Nah, you know. And I keep my car clean, you know, like because like when you have hella bags in there and hella shit in your car, they're gonna think someone's in there, right? Yeah. My car's always fucking clean. I probably keep the gym bag in the back. I get a once a week car wash and all kinds of shit, you know. So I keep my car clean. So every time I put my windows down, a cop looks at my shit, he's like, "Oh, get the fuck out of here." Oh, yeah, dude. You know. And you know what's funny? You know what saves my life a lot on with the police or even a random gangbanger when I'm in a random hood pressing me, right? And I use this card often, my Barber card. I pull out my Barber card. I'm like, nah, man.
Like you need a cut.
Nah,
What's
man,
going on?
I'm not from nowhere, but I am a barber.
Hell yeah.
And no one's angry at a barber.
Hell no.
Everybody has a barber friend.
Hey, he's
You
got
know,
the pizza.
every friend.
He's the pizza man.
Every friend has a barber friend. You can't be angry at a barber. So every time I pull that card out with a cop, and I'm like, yo, I'll charge you what they charge. Like, you know, I'll hook you up.
Fuck yeah.
They always let me go. And same thing with the neighborhood. Like, I'm in some random neighborhood. They'll be like, oh, you're a barber? Get out of here. You know? I swear to God, that shit saves my life.
They'll be like, hook it up.
The barber card saves your life, man.
Jeez.
Yo, honestly though, if you're ever in a sticky situation, if you're not a barber, like low key, you can just cap. You know, it might save you. Just be like, yo, I'm a barber, and they might let you go.
So you mean like about
they might get the fuck out of here. Just make up some
cut
shit.
hair, dude.
Yeah, that's a getaway card, bro. I swear to God.
So if I get pulled over and I'm like, yeah, I work at the lab.
It saved my life multiple times. Hey, you can call me. I'll answer.
Dude.
I'm like, leave my barber alone.
He works under me.
Yeah, leave my barber alone.
Don't worry, I'm staying out of trouble. I'm still good, I promise. I promise. But as we were, you know, talking about that part of the lab, you know, you have some very deep clientele, you know. Some names we can name, like The Alchemist, you know.
That's my favorite.
Evidence.
Shit trips me out all the time, bro, because growing up, like I'm telling you, bro, I used to bump that hip-hop shit. I used to bump Dilated Peoples. I used to, you know, I learned so much shit. Like I think the first people I've ever found as a kid, like 5th grade, I found DJ Muggs. Like I found it. My RP Raso, you know, one of my bigger homies passed. He put me on to Soul Assassin and DJ Muggs in Cypress Hill. I didn't know. I was in 5th grade. I didn't know nothing about this. And funny, I just started smoking weed, so I'm over here listening to Cypress Hill, and then I kind of figured out who the producer was, and then I kind of just at that I started figuring out what everyone else, right? So today, like it's so tight, like that I can call these people like my peers now and my client and a good friend, you know, like it's pretty dope that like I cut these people's hair, man. Shit trips me out all the time. Trips me out all the time, but it's just
like your in terms of like your biggest clients, name your like biggest top 3 clients.
You know,
I won't say 5.
When people say that to me, this is the thing, bro. And I learned this at I did some shit for a school, right? Like I showed up, like it was like career day at a school. I got invited to one of those. I cut one of the counselors or something. I got invited to one of those, like a table. It was me and my boy Alfonso. Shout out to Alfonso at RFX Tattoos downstairs. Yeah. He's the one that put me onto it. So it was like one of them career days in a giant gym, and you'll see like the military, banks, and shit like that, colleges, you know, all these boring ass people, right? And then you had me and Alfonso. Like Alfonso had his tattoo shit, and he's also like kind of a graph artist, had his black book out there. And me, I had all my barbershop shit and my barber stuff, and I had a folder. I did the old school way, cause I'm not too techie. I had a folder like with like I print out pictures and I put pictures of myself with like everybody that I kind of fuck with. I have a photo book. It's pretty dope. Okay. I have a picture with Al in there, evidence, like all kinds of people in there. You know, everybody that meant something to me is in this book. You know, easy. And so kids will come and they will go through it, and I realized some of these kids knew who some people were. Yeah. And some of these kids didn't know shit.
Yeah, didn't have my idea.
Yeah. So when people ask me like who's the biggest, or like to them they're like who's the biggest person you cut up, to me it's more like who's the biggest person to you. Yeah. You know, because like for this kid, for example, in my book, for me,
I like that.
For me though, my biggest person, my favorite person, honestly, I mean not favorite, but like one of my big ones were definitely, I would say, like people I've been naming, like Alchemist, you know, fucking Muggs. You know, I'm hyped as fuck cutting them up. They're my favorite people. You know, Muggs, you know, Larry's one of them now. Yeah. I mean, fucking Larry's like my bro. It's tight, man. For example, while I was getting that, I opened these folders, and there's a picture of me and Al. There's a picture of me and Ed, right? Yeah. And the kid at the school, he looked at it, and there's a random picture of me hanging out with Terry Crews. The big buff dude. Yeah, there's a random picture of me with him. I didn't cut his hair or nothing. I was at some like Hollywood function with a bunch of celebrities. Funny ass story, but I was there because of Malcolm Mays. I cut Malcolm Mays, really good homie of mine, actor homie of mine. He's the one that got me in there. I got a random picture of Terry Crews, and so all the kids, that's all they realized. They're like, "Hey, that's fucking Terry Crews." Yep. And I had all these dope artists in there, like in my shit. So to them, they're like all hyped on that. They're like, "Oh shit, he cuts up." They thought I cut up Terry Crews. I was standing next to him. Yeah, you were just. I was like, "Nah, I got a picture with him, bro. I don't cut him up."
Instagram wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah. So they were all hyped on that. They were like, I wasn't shit to them until they saw the Terry Crews picture. Yep. Like, And then some people, they'll see you like with Al, and they're like, and they look at that the way I look at that. They're like, holy fuck, you tough Al.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
Yeah.
It's tight. It's tight. You know, so it's about whoever is big to you.
I like that answer. And that brings me to like the network part and, you know, connections, because it's really funny because the way that I met Sang was really crazy. My boy Zuwap.
You were hilarious.
Yeah, dude, that's like my ride or
Hey,
die,
he
man.
was so nervous in the first haircut. You were like a dog. Like there was a cop behind you. You were like this, stiff as fuck.
There's no way,
quiet.
dude.
And I was like, I laugh at shit like that because I know I deal with new people all the time. I'm like, this guy don't know yet. That shit's funny. I'm like,
but the thing is, okay. So before I met Sang, I consider my brother Isaiah put me on as like a connection. You know, he was like, "Hey, just go get your haircut by Sang, talk to him a little bit, and then, you know, just see how it goes." I was like, "All right, fuck it, you know, whatever." Like, I was in between barbers. I was in this weird place, and coming from where I come from, you know, like, it's hard to establish a relationship with a new barber and trust it. So I went and got my haircut, and then after that, it was just so many things changed.
I totally get it, man. You know,
like,
funny. I got my own homies I grew up with, man. They all got their barber, and I get it. That's what part of the game. It's like you're supposed to stick to your one barber. You know, like I get that. Like that's the reason why I got all my clients. Like I watched fucking Juan grow up. You know, so like that's that.
And like when you make that transition from like adolescent to like adult, it's like nobody tells you. It's like, hey, man, eventually that old barber you have is not gonna be your barber anymore, or, you know, like,
you know, it's funny.
That person that guy's just not in it.
All my older homies, like my older homies, like in their 50s, when they like just discover me, it's funny as fuck because their reactions like, oh yeah, I got a young barber, he's gonna be around forever. I was like, oh,
that's how time works.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm about to be around for the rest of your fucking life, huh?
Like, I don't know if I want to barber.
Yeah, I never looked at that way. But I think that's how like my older clients look at me. They're like, all right, he's about to be my barber for us.
He's a young barber. He's got 30 more years.
Yeah,
like,
that's
dude,
crazy.
I'm not that far.
Yeah, they're cheering me on. When I'm in the gym getting healthy, they're like, yeah, get healthy. Yeah, get healthy. I need you not to be fucking around.
Going to the gym? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, more haircuts.
Yeah, they're hooping. All right.
My barber keeping his cardio up.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he can cut hair all day now. He can cut hair all day long now.
Yeah, man, that's crazy too, and it's just the coincidence, you know, because even after like I learned about who sang cuts and everything, who you cut and you work with, these are all like people that I've either had, like, I've listened to, I've looked up to, or I've been to their shows. You know, like I went to when Larry wasn't popping, like I don't want to say like 5-6 years ago. They had a show at the Roxbury.
I remember. I was probably there.
Yeah, I went to that show with my ex and a bunch of other people. Yeah. And we were front row for fucking Larry June, dude. And it was like, I have an old video. It's on my Instagram.
That's nice fuck.
Literally watching Larry June front row.
That's funny.
And it's like, you know, like other people, you know, that are connected with Larry and everything like that, or artists like The Alchemist, you know. Yeah. I love everybody that The Alchemist works with. You know, Action Bronson, you name it, dude.
I like fucking same.
The guy produces
tight as fuck,
crazy
bro.
ass shit.
Tight as fuck.
And so it was kind of like, I didn't understand the depth of the scope of the connection that my brother Zuwap was trying to make for me. You know, he was kind of like, I don't think he. Oh, okay. That's the thing too about Zuwap that I really appreciate about him, is that it made, like, and this is the thing with the friends that you need to appreciate that you have now, is when people are trying to help you with boost yourself up, you know, or further yourself in any things that you see, and they throw these little suggestions out, don't be afraid to take them. Because if I never would have taken them, I'd never be doing this podcast right now.
Motherfucking,
I would never be.
All you have to fucking do is listen.
This person is,
like, and that goes back to people wanting you to win. You need to listen. You need to listen, because like a lot of people, man, there's two things, right? They do, and this is what I know about people, because that's all I do. Me and my close friends, bro, my little bubble, like me and my boy Alfonso, organically, bro, we're not even trying. We talk about leveling up. We talk about business. We talk about numbers. We talk about how we can get money. Like we talk about all these things, how we can like better our fucking lives, bro. And I love those conversations, bro. I live for them. I mean, we do it regularly. We're not even trying, bro. Nope. We're not even trying. It's just organically happening, you know? Yeah. It's awkward when you're trying. When you're trying to press an issue, when you're trying to
I don't think
you know?
other people, you know, they have to bring it up in a conversation
Some
where
people,
they're like, hey, yo, we should be doing better.
This is the thing though too. Some people, I tried having these conversations. Was like, I had some friends before that I would try to talk to. I would try to have these conversations. You know, you have to know who to do it with. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
So I had friends, and I saw potential. I'm like, yo, like, you could be doing you could be doing this, you could be doing that. Like, I'll give them hell of ideas, you know. And I'm not just talking about bullshit. Like, I'm actually telling you like to me,
something that you think for that person.
I'm telling you something. To me, I think I'm giving out some dope ass information.
Yeah.
You know, I don't just do that for everybody. You know, so when I see like, I hope coming from me when I sit down and talk to you about anything, I hope you just. That's what I want. I want people to take it serious. Like, yo, this guy's actually trying to tell me something.
Yeah.
You know, what I'm saying, getting back to that was, I was trying to tell my boy to do something. Like, hey, there's things we can be doing. That conversation went fucking sour. Like,
yeah.
Like, and that's when I kind of realized that this person doesn't want nobody to win.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I got away from it. Like, I gave him some hints, I gave him some advice, and the motherfucker did not want to talk about it. Like, every time we linked up, all he talked about was like escaping the bullshit. Like, he wanted to go do like activities, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But all he talked about was like, let's go fucking snowboarding. Let's go to Vegas. Let's go bullshit at the club. Let's go do some bullshitting, you know? Yeah. But never talked about one goal with me. Yep. You know? Like, and I'm not expecting everyone to talk about goals all fucking day. But like, you know, like I'm just more like,
if you never have that thought.
That's not what I'm on. Yeah. I'm not on that. Yeah. You know, I'm on another thing right now. Like I got a whole ass family at the house. I'm on something else. You know?
And that's an interesting thing too, because from what I've seen from the last couple of years up until now is the people who really care about that, it doesn't really happen until you hit that period where you're realizing that you're getting older.
Yeah.
And that you're approaching that time.
Oh yeah.
And you're like,
there's no more time.
What do I want to do? Like, there's no more time left.
Yeah.
There's no more.
We are still young, by the way. We're very, very
hell yeah.
young.
I'm not saying that we're old at all.
Oh yeah.
But it's just that example that you gave of back then, you know, when you were like, oh, let's go do this, let's bullshit, you know, let's go do all that. I was one of those people, you know, who was alongside of all my other friends, you know, who were bullshitting, doing all kinds of stuff.
Everyone's going through something, right? Yeah. Everybody's going through their own shit. So some people, how they handle it, I mean, a lot of people do, is like they try, and I did this with alcohol. That's why I don't drink no more.
Yeah.
You know, almost 2 years sober now. You know what I mean? So
hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You know what I mean? So, but anyway, what was I getting at? What were we talking about?
Basically, like the idea of when you get older.
Oh yeah, so yeah, man, that's when I realized, like, man, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. I'm too high. What I was talking about.
Let me check. Okay, we're good. We're good. But no, I mean, so that's it. But my just whole point was that it's crazy how when you get older, you know, that switch flips. Not for everyone though.
Yeah.
But you know that kind of flips, and then crossing into like our last segment too. For, you know, our last little part of this, because I only got 10% battery.
Okay.
But no, we're good. Yeah. It's just a little thing up there. But you know, shouts out to sobriety, you know, and everybody who is getting clean and doing this shit. You know, both of us are pretty good and sober. You know.
Yeah,
Mary Jane is legal in this state. So before you say anything, YouTubers, podcasters, keep your shit out of this.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, the importance of working yourself towards sobriety and leveling up your friend circle, that's what leads to things.
I feel like, bro, you know what's funny? What got me into this? So, you know, I'm like a little under 2 years sober now. I think I got like 20 more days or something, or some shit when it hits 2 years or whatever. I'm not even paying attention. I just like have an app on my phone.
Yeah, that counts for you.
I'm like, oh, that's right. I'm not even looking anymore.
Wake up, it's another day.
What I like right now is like, I think I'm seeing actual results, bro. Like I'm California sober. Like all I do is smoke weed.
Yeah.
You know, weed gets me home. You know what I mean? I never did no funny shit on weed. Yeah. I mean, alcohol keeps me outside.
That was the problem.
And you don't know how to like stop hanging out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what it was for me. I was not a responsible drinker. So I had to put a pause on that. But I think what really got me there was like, I have mentors, man. I got some people I look up to, and they're fucking sober completely. But their whole life is like up, bro. Yeah. They're probably like the most successful people that I do know.
Yeah.
And they're not a celebrity at all.
Yeah, no.
They're just in the background.
They're just doing the shit.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm paying attention to that's what I do. I pay attention to all like anyone that's super successful around me.
Yeah.
I pay attention to their routines.
Okay.
I'm like, what are they doing? What are they on? What the fuck do you guys eat? All that shit. I want to know.
Okay.
You know, so I pay attention to the routine, and then I try to like put that in towards my routine.
Yeah, towards
you know.
yourself.
So
Yeah.
one of the guys I look up to is like they're completely sober, and I've always I always kind of been like, man, I'm doing okay, but like, how crazy would I be if I dropped this?
Yeah.
If I dropped this one little poison, like, cause we all have we all have some, right? We all have something. You have to pick and choose your poison, right?
Yeah.
So, weed. I'm gonna die with this.
Picking,
I'm cool with this. This gets me home every day. Gets me home, eat dinner with the family, with the wife, all that.
I think, and I like that example, you know, of studying, because for me it was a little more difficult. It was because while I was smoking a lot, you know, it would lead to a lot of other things, a lot of other things that I would do or try or waste my time on.
Right.
And for me, the booster influence was, you know, a good support system, which was my family. You know, I had family who are addicts and were addicts and got through their shit. My uncle who went to prison and came out because he was an addict, but then got clean and then boom, runs a successful business that's independent on his own. You know, my ex who gave me the courage to, you know, like, you know, you don't need to do this every day. Bro, you know, you don't need to live like this every day.
My I have these mentors, right? I'm telling you, one of them, right? Like, I seen him. So I was working at People Barbershop. I seen him going down fucking hill, hanging out with the wrong people, almost game banging, like on drugs. I saw the full nine, going through it. And then he got sober and 100% clean now. I know the guy for like 10 plus fucking years, you know? Man, full 360, bro. He's killing it, bro. He's fucking killing the game. Like, just living his life. Still living on that. We're all stressed out about work a little bit, you know? But he's killing it, bro.
We all have our vices, you know, and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And, and it's crazy because those other people that from the outside looking in, they can tell. You're just living, you know, you're just doing your thing, you know, as you get sober,
man,
you know, you're just,
I'm telling you right now,
another day, you know.
I'm not, so for example, my whole shit was like, what's motivating me right now is kind of like, I just like to see the results, man. I'm getting the results, like, now I'm waking up a little earlier, I'm you know, paying attention to what everyone else is doing. All the successful people I know, they have a routine, like, they wake up early, eat at a certain time, get home at a certain time, grind the fuck out, like, you know, I'm blessed enough to have a schedule like this, right? So, I was able to form this, man, so, like, I get up early, do my shit, like, I like the results I'm getting right now as far as like everything around me. Like, I'm realizing like I'm definitely in a better mood all the time. I'm taking care of business right now. Like, I'm smashing, bro. Like, if I get a job, I'm not saying no to anything. I'm taking them all. I'm running it up, bro. Because the old me, like, you know, being a little bit like, say if I would have had a beer or two, I probably wouldn't want to do that haircut. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to push this house call tomorrow. Because, you know what I mean? Like, I'm chilling. Because, like, for me, alcohol kind of put me down and, like, in the party mode. I didn't want to, like, do shit. But yeah, so now I'm running it up. I'm motivated, you know. I kind of like, so like, besides that, like, work is, you know, I'm motivated for work. I'm in the fucking gym right now.
Hell yeah.
Wife's happier at home. She's not dealing with my drunk ass no more. You know what I mean, my kid, even my kid, bro. Even my kid. Like, the one thing that does bother me sometimes is that my kid's 14 years old right now, right? He kind of grew up seeing my little drunk moments. Not that I never did anything crazy, but he just seen me sloppy. And it's not cool. It ain't cool for your kid to see you like that, you know? So my kid actually walked up to me one time and told me he was proud of me and shit. He's like, yo, like, I like this version better of you.
Really?
Yeah. So he told me something like that. It kind of fucked with me. I'm like, damn, that's tight.
But no, you have to see the blessing in that.
I know.
You have to.
He told me.
I understand that, though, you know, because when people look at you, like, all the things you appreciate now, like, bro, before when I was smoking so much, I couldn't remember a goddamn thing.
I used to drive in.
I was late. I was late on everything. I wasn't punctual. I was late with my job. I was shitty at work. I couldn't keep a job. And then
I wasn't a man of my word.
Telling me like, hey, you look good. Hey, we're seeing your progress in the gym. Hey, you actually look great. You don't look like you're half dead. Like,
bro, one of my homies, like a lot of my homies, they tell me like now, like when I give them a time. A lot of people before, like when I gave them a time, like say if I told you 1 p.m., they'll be like, oh, he's gonna be here at 2. I was known for being that fucking guy. I didn't like that. And the thing was, like, it's because I didn't care. I didn't care for it. But now I do care. I care about the shit now. I do care about how someone talks about me, bro. Like, my whole thing is, like, I want to be so on point. I want to be also, like, you know, a genuine dude, like, nice and so on point that I want to make it hard for the hater to talk shit about me. Like, I want to make it to the point where, like, if some random hater's talking crazy, someone in the room's going to, like, defend me. Like, you're fucking tripping.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about over there.
You're weird.
I don't know what you're talking about over there, but hey.
It's happened before. You know, someone talking shit about me in the room, didn't know I had someone in there, they stopped it. They're like, yo, you're fucking weird. You know, so I like that. I got people out there defending my name, man.
It's good
It's tight.
motivation.
Yeah, you can't pay for that.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
that's great fucking motivation.
Yeah, man. So I like the results, man. I'm addicted to the results. That's what happened. I like the gym thing is like you have to get addicted to that. You can't look at it as
it doesn't come naturally.
It's a thing.
It's a whole thing.
I'm not in the greatest shape ever, but I'm definitely in the best shape in my life right now. I feel like
any motivation is better.
I'm
than
on
no
my
motivation,
shit.
You know?
I'm on my shit, bro. Like this, I push everything I do in the gym. I carry it with everything else I do, like with work, how I have fun with my wife and go outside and go do whatever, bro. Like I feel like I'm crushing it in every little. I'm trying to crush it in every little thing I'm touching. Yeah.
Shit, right?
Yeah.
This has been a fantastic conversation, a fantastic discussion and forum. I feel like the whole general idea here for me for this discussion was to kind of do more of a motivational or I want to say hustler's mentality for a lot of people. I won't say who, but a certain individual told me I should be pursuing more driven ideas for my show. So kind of things that help not only, people can discuss, but kind of can take for themselves and look after.
Hell yeah.
So that's the whole point of me coming here was to show people, what hard work pays.
Hell yeah.
And to work your ass off no matter what. Don't be afraid to take that leap, whether it's a conversation or a haircut.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded. You didn't see that. But my whole point being that's the reason why I put myself in this situation, because Mel, it may be uncomfortable to take that leap to talk to somebody bigger than myself.
Right.
It can always be beneficial in your end game, no matter what. If any parts of this conversation you take, it's the beneficial parts about taking that leap, being confident, believing in yourself, no matter what. Whether it's commuting for an hour on the fucking bus to your fucking job every day to make sure you can provide for your family.
Hey, that motherfucker molded me, bro. I'm glad. I'm so blessed that I went through all this shit, because it makes me like grateful for fucking everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm grateful for any fucking car I'm in.
Exactly.
I'm grateful for my fucking bed. Like because like I'm telling you, this shit was. If you don't work for it, like if you got it the wrong way, if someone just gives it to you, you know what I mean? Like you don't feel like you earned that shit. You don't give a fuck about it.
And we're doing it from the ground up. That's why we're here today. Herbs, Pharoahs, and Friends was started in the corner of a fucking backyard of a goddamn garage, and now look where we're at right now.
Man, we all start somewhere, dog. And you know what, man? Me jumping around these shops, I've always took risks, bro. And you know what? I think my biggest success, the reason for it is because I'm a fucking risk taker.
Yeah.
I don't just jump off a bridge.
No.
I fucking take smart risks. I take like calculated risks, bro. I'm like, if this can potentially get me up, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Ooh,
and you know how many times I failed? I failed so many times. Like
exactly.
Like with saying studios before the lab. Like
exactly.
And man, I'm still trying to figure out today. Every day is a mission trying to figure it out.
It's a new mission.
Yeah, every day. So the thing is, like, no one's comfortable, bro. Yeah. Anyone successful that I know, no one's living comfortably. It's not what you see on the movies.
Every day is a little different.
No, everybody's on it, bro. Like everybody that knows, like success to some people is being rich as fuck, right? Yeah. Okay, even these rich ass people, bro, they're stressed the fuck out. They're waking up. They're in the hamster in the wheel. They're not just chilling on a fucking island. Mm-hmm. They're stressed the fuck out. They're probably making M's, but they're losing M's at the same time.
Yep.
It's the same fucking hamster wheel. Yeah. I think my biggest part of my success is taking that risk. Yeah. Taking that risk every single time. Like I'd rather take that risk and know I failed at it, and then I maneuver differently. Like I keep trying. I'm like, all right, it didn't work this way. Let's try this angle.
Yeah.
You keep trying angles until you make that bucket.
So something works.
You might eventually you'll make the more shots you take, the more buckets you might get.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't win them all.
We stick with the basketball terminology. No matter what, man.
Yeah. I can't make them all, but I'm gonna make some. You see the highlights? You know what I'm saying?
20 cent.
You see the fucking highlights? Don't fucking play with me. Man, my hook shots are fucking insane. Don't leave me open. People can give me short time. Like no one guarded you. Don't leave me open, bro.
I love that.
Don't leave me open. That's it.
I love
Shit,
that.
It's simple.
I love that. Well, man, it was a pleasure saying.
Yeah.
We're here with Herbs, Pharoahs, and Friends signing off. You know where to find us.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
You can find Sang and Company at the Lab on Instagram at the Lab or the Lab Arts District. I'm pretty sure it's one or the other. You know where we're at. Instagram, Hall of the Pharaoh. You have my private account. anywhere you can get a podcast, Herbs, Pharaohs, and Friends. We also live stream on Twitch, That Young Pharaoh. We do all that good shit. And we appreciate you guys for watching today.
Hell
And
yeah.
appreciate Sam for tapping in.
Of course,
You know,
man.
and
Thanks for coming through.
that's
Thanks for
what we
setting
do,
this up, man. I hope what we did here today, like, is gonna like inspire someone just to get out where the fuck they gotta get out and go get that shit, bro. Like, that's all I want to do. I want to see everyone win, bro. Because the more winners we have out there, like when we on our shit, it can only go uphill. We all can win, man. So
that's what I'm talking about.
I just want to inspire the next kid, like, yo, you're never stuck, bro. There's always a way out this bitch. You know, we watched it, so if they can do it, everyone's human. If they can do it, we can fucking do it too.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know,
that's what I'm on. That's what I'm on. Hustling. That's what we fucking do.